Hey everybody, it is Mark. It is September 21st, Sunday, autumn equinox. Happy autumn equinox, everyone. The days are going to be shorter as of today, so the sun's going to be going down quicker. Anyways, I came back out today because the other day, as I was leaving in the evening, I followed some deer. I ran into some deer, and so I just started snapping off pics in a 360 direction. I got visitors. Let me get steady here. I got company. Anyways, I released this picture of this still of something on a hill, the opposite of the deer, and it looks good, but I came out because I got to verify it. It may or may not be a Sasquatch, and so I didn't call it, but it looks good. The problem is that area, I'm going to have to wait a little bit. I am going to go verify, but I got to wait. When I got here, I had trainee firefighters, mountain firefighters, doing training, not right on top of where it was, but in that area. So, for one, he won't be over there. Firefighters in their yellow and greens. There was a guy teaching a class to a bunch of young recruits, and down by the parking lot, and I was like, darn it. That's not going to work for me. So, I came back over here to this area where all the sign that I have been working in the past couple weeks, the teepee and everything, it's up on the ridge, maybe about 100 yards that way. And so anyways, I came down because I'm following the sign. It died off, then it picked up again, and everything started pointing. I started getting tree breaks, glyphs, symbols and stuff pointing in this direction. So I'm about 100 yards away from that teepee structure. And boom, I hit this area, and I found the coolest cave. The first thing that I found, see, there's something underground here. This is all covered up. Is something I point out. In my experience with my Native American friends, what they've been teaching me about prayer trees, tree markings, stuff that they did was this stuff. Now, that could be an elk or a deer eating the sap. I don't think it is. I think those are specifically marked in this tree for a reason, and it's marking this cave. This really cool set of caves. Now, I don't think there's an animal in this cave. I've already checked for eye shine. I've been here for 30 minutes, so. But it's always still dangerous. See, this cave is marked, and it is a beautiful cave. It's been used. So I'm going to try and get as close as I can. The problem is, this beautiful cave goes into the earth underground, and I don't know where. Let's see. And it winds around back over here to the left, see. So I don't know what, if I start crawling in there, I don't know what's in there. But he laid this big old stick here, which is what I've seen with caves before. Several of these caves like this, and it's clean. I don't have prints. I don't have deer prints, but something's been marking that tree over there. But see, he blocked this cave. He is saying, stay out. Usually with these caves, I've shown before, they'll block the whole entrance with wood so that it completely disguises it. But this one, no, he's marked kind of at the front here. These logs marked it, but he didn't. Thank God he wasn't here, because this would be a major intrusion that I could get myself in trouble for. So with caves, please don't going in there unless you have experience dealing with bears and other things, because like I said, I'm not going to crawl in there. It's too dangerous. Check this out. And there's another hidden one, right? Let's see if I can get in there. See, that one completely blocked. Look at all the debris he's put in front of it. So this is really cool. And they just go on and on and on in this area. That one also goes down underneath into the earth. And it's just up from this one, see? Really cool. All the sign, everything's marking this area. This may be where they spend the winter. Again, I don't think who knows? It's how they're going to keep out of the weather. So anyways, I'm back out here today because the main reason I came out is because I caught a still. I ran into some deer the other evening on the 18th when I was leaving. And I started just snapping off shots around the deer. And I may have another structure up here I'm going to have to go check on that hill. Anyways, so I came back to verify that, to make sure that just isn't a stump or something, because it's an interesting looking entity's face. It's got ears and it's kind of squatchy, I guess. And it looks like he's peeking at me, watching the deer that I was watching. It was a little herd, maybe 4 or 5 deer. And so I just started snapping off pics in every direction. And lo and behold, something shows up. So I didn't say it was definitely a Sasquatch on my Facebook page. I said I was going to come back out and verify it. Problem is, I arrived this morning and some mountaineering firefighters were doing a class. So I pull up and I'm like, oh great, why is there a fire truck here, And then I was watching them, and their new forest firefighters training. He was teaching a class. He had all his axes and stuff out. So it's going to rain. Next couple days is going to be extremely stormy. So I'm just giving them a while to do their thing and get out of that area, and then I'm going to go back and verify that is there. I'm hoping that it isn't there, but there's that chance. So I have to verify it because it's too good of a still. It looks like a black-faced entity, and we know the Squatches all don't look the same. There's several different hybrid versions depending on where you live in the country. Some don't have that sagittal crest, and so I'm just giving them a little while, and I'm hanging out in this area. So I came back to the teepee. Oh, and another thing is, a buddy of mine, he's getting ready for hunting season. So he called me over and he said, dude, come over here. And he's like, I want to give you some elk meat. He goes, I got too much in my freezer. And I says, okay. So I went over to his place, and he gave me a ton of elk meat. It's about a year old that he's had frozen in his freezer. And so I said, well, I'm going to take this to the Squatches. So I got a whole bag full of really nice chunks of elk meat. It's already cooked, that they're going to get gifted today. Because I had kind of backed off my food gifting for a while, but elk is something they're really going to like. So anyways, so I just came back over to this area and just discovered this cave, waiting for those firefighters to do their thing and get out. Really cool area. The tree markings are hard to determine. Deer and elk. But can you see an elk getting on top of this mess? Or a deer? I mean, there could be a bear in the cave or a mountain lion. I mean, deer and elk generally don't put themselves in danger that way. Oh my God, is that a bear looking at me? Hold on. Oh, shucks. It might just be a rock. Hold on. No, it's just light coming through. It looked like a snout of a bear peeking out of that cave. So anyways, an elk and a deer, you see them in open meadows and stuff, and they eat what they eat. They do like to eat sap off the trees. I've seen them. But I have there's a hole from a snake or whatever, not a deer track. There's no tracks. And these are fresh markings. Look. So in this little thing in front of these caves, and look at this one down here below me, it's blocked off. right above it, this tree is marked. See that? How they do that? But again, people can say, well, yeah, the elk, they eat sap off the pine trees. Well, yeah, I've never ever seen an elk come down a boulder field like this. This is rough stuff here, buddy. This is real rough. So it's interesting find there. I have tree markings. I have beautiful, clean caves all through here. I have teepee structures and other structures. I have another one I have to go look at up here. Whoa. Oops. Again. That one sounds way off in the distance. But anyways, down there, look, another cave. Same thing. They go into the earth, God knows where, and under these gigantic boulders. It's like the Hobbit. But this is... Oh, God, I'm getting like tree knocks. Not loud. Just things off in the distance that while I'm talking make me stop. So anyways, I'm going to go find a place up here and see if I can find a place to gift this elk meat. I've got a plastic container so that the animals don't get to it. It's just going to have to elevate it. It's really good elk meat. I don't want it to go to waste. I'm not here to feed the animals. So we're going to go up there. But I just wanted to show you this cave. It has been used. It's too clean to not be used. There's no spiders, webs, no bugs crawling around. You know, you would assume it's summer still. If this is an area with these caves, you're going to have scorpions, spiders and stuff. Guess what? Nothing. Nothing at all. So we're going to hike up here, top of the ridge, make our way back to the teepee structure and maybe gift up that way. And is that a print? Oh, I was just looking at that. Could be. I'm going to have to take a look at that, or it could be mine. Oh. Is that an eagle or something? A hawk? Where are you? I can't see him. It's too thick. He's up there somewhere screaming. Wouldn't that be something if a squatch could make that eagle cry? Uh-oh. Something's moving. I gotta get up the ridge. Just really, if someone comes home and this is their home, it's like Goldilocks. You know, they come walking down the hill, and here I am. I'm in trouble. Even if they do know me, because you know, their emotions different than ours. They may not take to that. See that? He marks his caves. Let's take a look at that real quick. Push this tree over. Make this X. Isn't that something though? This is Sasquatch behavior. This is not humans. No human finds a cave. And I've shown this before in other videos. They find a nice cave and they put a few sticks in front of it to mark it. But this has several of these that go underground. It's really interesting cave system here that we got going on. And it's really cool. So I'm kind of happy that the tree breaks and the bended trees pointing right over here. Because I was wondering, you know, why are they pointing over here? The river's down there. So what are they pointing at? So I just followed the bows. And lo and behold, cave field. Ton of them. Very cool. So I'm going to make my way up the hill. And for this segment, holy smokes. All kinds of noises. Got to take a look at that. And then there was something that caught my eye up there I got to go take a look at. So that'll be a cool little short first segment. And like I said, I will be, when I get back home tonight, releasing the follow-up stills over there. And so like I said, it has to be done. I can't, I have too much integrity to sit there and say, hey everybody, look, that's 100% one of my Sasquatches. Well, I have Sasquatch here, but not every picture that I get is. So, in order to keep my professionalism correct, to keep me squared away as a researcher, I have to go verify that and make sure it's there or not there. So, we'll get to that. But right now, we're going to go up and see what we can find up there. So, happy autumn equinox, September 21st, 2014.